Some people believe that the obelisks were like lightning rods that absorbed electrical energy from the heavens.
What if the ancient Egyptians knew more than we give them credit for? Their achievements might not just be wonders of art and culture, but also hold the secrets to advanced technology that seems far beyond their time. Today, we'll uncover the mind-blowing evidence of sophisticated engineering, mysterious acoustics, and even some bizarre possibilities that could change how we see the past. So, let's dive deep into a history that might reveal lost knowledge and forgotten brilliance of an ancient world. The Osirion. What if I told you there's an ancient structure hidden deep beneath the sands of Abydos that defies everything we think we know about ancient Egypt? The Osirion, located about 350 miles south of the Great Pyramid of Giza, is a colossal enigma. Unlike any other Egyptian temple, its design is bizarrely complex, featuring L-shaped corridors and massive granite blocks weighing up to 100 tons. These stones, quarried 200 miles away in Aswan, seem almost impossible to have been moved by the methods we traditionally credit to the ancient Egyptians. The structure's subterranean nature makes it even more mysterious. It sits 15 feet below the surface, with water constantly filling its chambers. No matter how hard researchers try to drain it, the water keeps coming back, as if the Osirion is guarding secrets buried far below. Seismic tests suggest this structure extends much deeper, hinting at hidden chambers waiting to be uncovered. But the water itself isn't just ordinary. Recent studies revealed it has a unique chemical composition, unlike any other local water source. And then there's James Westerman, a historian and archaeologist who's spent years studying this site. After filtering and drinking the Osirion's water, he noticed something remarkable. His nearsightedness improved, to the point where he no longer needed glasses. How did this water come to exist beneath the desert? And what force is heating it from below? Could the Osirion be the work of a forgotten, advanced civilization? The truth remains elusive, but one thing's for sure. This ancient structure still holds mysteries modern science can't explain. The schist disk. The schist disk, also known as the Sabu disk, is one of the most puzzling artifacts ever found in ancient Egypt's Saqqara burial ground. This isn't just some ordinary relic, it's a real head-scratcher for historians and archaeologists alike. Measuring about 2 to 2.5 feet in diameter, it has an intricate, wheel-like design with precise concentric circles and a central hub, almost like a gear. But here's the kicker. It's made from quartzite, an incredibly hard material that dynastic Egyptians supposedly didn't have the tools to shape. How did they create something this precise with technology we don't believe they had? Mainstream historians have suggested it was used for directing water, but here's where it gets weird. The 3 lobes on the disc aren't even angled right for that function. Instead, the design seems to hint at something much more complex, maybe even a part of a rotating mechanism. Add in the fact that the disc shows burn marks that can't be easily explained, and suddenly, the idea that this is just a simple tool doesn't add up. Could it be part of a long-lost mechanical device? Some believe it was part of an advanced machine, possibly for timekeeping or astronomy, which aligns with similar artifacts found in other ancient cultures. In fact, it has eerie similarities to the famous Antikythera mechanism, a Greek device used to track celestial movements. The resemblance has sparked wild theories that ancient civilizations may have shared a hidden knowledge of advanced technology. So, what was the schist disk really used for? A simple tool or a window into an ancient world of forgotten engineering? Stay tuned for more mysteries like this, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Zawiet El Aryan. The mystery of Zawiat El Arian, a site hidden between the Giza Plateau and Abu Sir, is one of the most perplexing stories in Egypt's history. Restricted by the Egyptian government and buried under a military base, no one is allowed to explore it today. Yet, in the early 1900s, Egyptologist Alessandro Barsanti got a glimpse of its secrets, and what he discovered left him, and many others, believing that the site might have been created by a civilization far more advanced than we ever imagined. At the heart of Zawiat El Arian is the so-called unfinished pyramid, a square base with a T-shaped shaft carved deep into bedrock. The shaft, which plunges about 100 feet into the earth, is a marvel of precision, so much so that it raises serious questions about the tools used to build it. The copper and stone tools we know the ancient Egyptians had simply don't seem up to the task. One of the most intriguing finds at the site was a massive pink granite block, weighing around 30 tons, resting on a pavement made of more granite. Barsanti believed this was no ordinary structure. He speculated that these massive blocks concealed a subterranean chamber, possibly filled with ancient treasures or technology. Adding to the mystery, he uncovered a large oval vat, also made from polished pink granite, designed with extreme precision. Some even say the vat may have been part of an advanced energy system, hinting at a technological sophistication lost to time. As Barsanti's team excavated, a massive storm struck, filling the shaft with over 10 feet of water. But just as mysteriously, the water vanished, seeping into what Barsanti believed was an underground chamber. His work was halted by a lack of funds, and then World War I. Tragically, Barsanti died before he could finish his excavation, and his work was left in the shadows. Then, in the 1960s, access to Zawiat El Arian was completely cut off by the Egyptian government. A military base was built over the site, ensuring no one could continue Barsanti's work. To this day, we can only speculate about what lies hidden beneath, leaving us to wonder if Zawiat El Arian holds the key to understanding a forgotten chapter of human history. The Djed Pillar. Now, what if the ancient Egyptians really knew more about energy than we think? The Djed Pillar, one of the most iconic symbols of ancient Egypt, may offer a surprising connection to modern technology, specifically the groundbreaking innovations of Nikola Tesla. The Djed Pillar, often seen in Egyptian mythology as a symbol of stability and regeneration, is linked to the god Osiris and represents life's endurance. With its broad base, column-like structure, and horizontal bars, it's a familiar image in Egypt's ancient iconography. Now here's where things get interesting. Some theories suggest that the Djed may not just be a spiritual symbol, but could also represent ancient knowledge of energy transmission. Tesla, a genius known for his work with wireless energy, explored ideas that resonate with this concept of perpetual energy flow. Could it be that the Djed's design, with its resemblance to electrical systems, holds clues to a forgotten technology? It may sound far-fetched, but the parallels between the Djed and Tesla's visions are fascinating. The Dendera light. Now, speaking of Tesla, could the ancient Egyptians really have unlocked the secrets of electricity thousands of years ago? One of the most debated topics among historians and engineers alike is the Dendera light, a mysterious bas-relief found in the Temple of Hathor at Dendera. The carvings depict what appears to be an oversized object that looks uncannily like a modern light bulb. Priests are shown holding these objects, and inside them, snake-like forms seem to resemble filaments. Surrounding these bulbs are Djed pillars, symbols we've already connected to energy transmission. What makes this even more intriguing is the presence of another device on a separate relief. This object, with lines extending from it, has been interpreted by some as a form of ancient wiring, possibly connected to a battery-like system. Austrian author Peter Krasser, along with Rainer Habeck, brought this theory to life in their book Light of the Pharaohs. They suggested that the Egyptians might have used this setup for electric lighting. The obelisk. Deep in the southern region of Egypt, right by the Nile River, lies a colossal piece of abandoned history, the unfinished obelisk of Aswan. Measuring a staggering 137 feet long and weighing around 1,170 tons, this massive slab of granite was meant to become the largest single stone monument ever built by the Egyptians. But due to a crack, it was left behind, unfinished, in the Aswan quarries. What makes this site so fascinating isn't just the size of the obelisk, but the unusual features in the quarry itself. All over the quarry, you'll find strange, perfectly round holes that are almost 30 feet deep, incredibly smooth and completely free of chisel marks, almost as if they were drilled using modern technology. And then there are the walls, perfectly straight and vertically cut. It's hard to believe this kind of precision could be achieved thousands of years ago. How could the ancient Egyptians cut through such hard granite so flawlessly? Even more puzzling are the marks on the obelisk itself. The surface looks as though it was scooped out, as if the granite was soft enough to be carved like ice cream. Researchers have been baffled by this, unable to explain how such marks could have been made with the tools we believe were available at the time. Could it be that this obelisk was the work of a much older, technologically advanced civilization? And then there's the biggest question of all. How were they planning to move it? The obelisk sits in a deep pit, and its transportation would have been an engineering marvel. Was this something beyond the capabilities of the ancient Egyptians, or did they have knowledge and technology lost to time? What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. If this video caught your attention, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the next one for more mind-blowing discoveries.